Have you ever had that feeling where you're just going through the motions? You're getting things done, checking the boxes, but you don't really feel like you're living? Well, today we're going to dive deep into that feeling and talk about what it means to be stuck in survival mode.
And it's such a common feeling, isn't it? On the surface, everything might look totally fine. You're handling your job, your family, all your responsibilities. But inside, there's this nagging sense of disconnect, like you're watching your own life from a distance.
So let's see if any of this sounds familiar. Waking up already exhausted, even after a full night's sleep. Or your mind just won't shut off. It's buzzing with worries, even when you're just trying to watch a show. And how about this one? Always bracing for the next bad thing to happen. Or that guilt that creeps in the second you try to relax. It's that constant promise you make to yourself. I'll rest when things calm down. But somehow, they never do.
Okay, but here is the big idea, the one I really want you to consider. What if this state of constant tension isn't a personality flaw? What if it's not just who you are? What if it's actually a biological response from a nervous system that learned, for very good reasons, to stay on high alert?
Right, so let's get into the why behind all this. We're going to take a look at your brain on survival, because once you understand the mechanism, you can actually start to change it. So at the very heart of this is something called the sympathetic nervous system. You can basically think of it as your body's built-in alarm system. When it thinks there's a threat, and I mean any threat, it slams on the panic button. It floods you with everything you need to fight, run, or freeze. It's a brilliant, ancient system designed for one single purpose: to keep you alive.
But here's where the wires get crossed in our modern world. Your nervous system evolved for physical threats, but it can't tell the difference between a lion and a stressful work email. So that overwhelming inbox feels, to your body, just like a predator is chasing you. Someone's unpredictable mood, it registers as immediate physical danger. And a past trauma, your body relives it as if the threat is happening right now in this very moment.
And your system is a fast learner. Think about it. Maybe you grew up in a home where you always had to be on guard, or you had to become an expert at managing everyone else's emotions. Maybe you were constantly criticized, or you learned the dangerous lesson that to rest is to be lazy. Your body simply adapted because it had to. It learned that being on high alert was the safest way to be.
And this is what's so confusing and frustrating for so many of us. Your life today might actually be pretty good, maybe even great. You're safe. But your body is still running that old software. It's like it just hasn't gotten the memo that the war is over. So, what's the big deal? Well, living in this state of constant, high level of alertness isn't free. It comes with a hidden cost. Survival mode keeps you functioning, sure, but it's quietly stealing from your quality of life every single day.
For starters, it is absolutely exhausting. It's like leaving an app running in the background of your phone 24/7. It just drains your battery. This is why small tasks can feel like climbing a mountain, and why real joy can feel kind of muted or far away. All your energy is being spent just staying on guard.
It also puts this huge distance between you and, well, you. When every ounce of your focus is on coping, on just getting through the day, there's no space left for things like intuition or creativity, or even knowing what you actually want or need. You end up just reacting to life instead of living it on purpose.
And this one's a little more subtle, but it's so incredibly important. Over time, you start to believe that you can't relax, that you have to earn rest, that safety is something you have to work for constantly. You basically stop trusting your own body's signals when it's begging for a break.
Which brings us to this powerful reframe, and I want you to really let this sink in. You are not lazy. You are overstimulated. That bone-deep exhaustion you feel, it isn't a character flaw. It is the completely logical result of a nervous system that has been working overtime for way too long.
And that's exactly why you can't just think your way out of this. Telling yourself to just calm down or be more positive is like trying to fix a hardware problem with a software update. It just won't work. This is a body issue, and the solution has to start with creating a real, tangible feeling of safety in your body. Okay, so how in the world do we actually do that? This last part is all about simple, gentle, and practical ways to start teaching your body that the danger is over, and that it's finally safe to come back home to yourself.
The number one rule is this: regulate before you reframe. You have to calm the body before you can reason with the mind. So try this with me right now. Just feel your feet on the floor. It tells your nervous system, I'm here, I'm grounded. Now place one hand on your chest and one on your stomach, and just focus on making your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. This one simple thing is a direct signal to your brain that says, we're safe. From there, you can start to weave these little moments of micro-safety into your day. This isn't about a 2-week vacation. It's about tiny, achievable things, like eating just one meal without scrolling on your phone, taking a 5-minute walk with no podcast, no music, just sitting in silence for 2 minutes. Each of these things seems so small, but they are powerful messages to your nervous system that stillness is safe.
And this is a huge mindset shift. We need to stop seeing rest as a reward we get for being productive. Instead, think of it like this. Rest is a requirement for being regulated and successful. I rest so my nervous system can actually support my goals instead of getting in the way.
And I want to leave you with a gentle question to ponder. No need to have the answer right now. Just let it sit with you. What would you do? What would you create, or say, or feel if you weren't constantly bracing for impact? Just imagining that can help you connect with the part of you that already knows what safety feels like.
And as we wrap up, if there is one thing you take away from all of this, please let it be this. Your nervous system is not broken. It has been incredibly, fiercely loyal. It did exactly what it learned it needed to do to protect you. It did its job perfectly.
The work now is just to gently let it know that its job description has changed. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't even have to feel perfectly calm. You just have to know that right here, right now, you're safe enough to begin.